Welcome back to another episode of Kingdom Fishing Adventures. This evening we are at my local pond. It's a highly pressured place, gets fished all the time. I usually don't come here too often, but I had some time to kill tonight, so I thought I'd come down and see if we can get into anything. There are largemouth bass, smallmouth bass in here. I can catch some now and then, and even some big ones. So let's see what we can get into. Got one. There we go. Just a little guy. But we got one. So, little smallmouth here. All right. There he is. So we are on the board. At least we got one. I saw him chase a little bluegill away to get it. And I wasn't sure if he got it or not, and then I saw my line moving a little bit, and there he was. So, little fish for the day. Oh, there's a little one getting it. Little one. Oh, tiny one. Oh boy. What were you thinking, big guy? What was he thinking? The worm is bigger than he is. So what I do is I just kind of throw it. There's a weed line out there, and we got about 3 or 4 yards of space between the bank and the weed line. And so I throw it on top of the weed line, and I drag my worm back into the weedless part, the part where there's no weeds, and let it fall and see if anything comes out from underneath those weeds to grab it. Oh, once again, look at this little one. Little largemouth. He's going back in. I yanked him right out of the water. Figure it out, buddy. There he goes. He figured it out. I felt something pulling away from me, so I pulled on set the hook, and he flew right out of the water. Oh, something's grabbed it. No, got it. And another little fish. Man, this is a dink fest today. But there he is. This one's a little largemouth. There he is, though. Contrary to what I'm catching right now, there are actually some decent sized fish in here. I've caught a 4-pounder out of here. And I've caught some other big fish. So, I mean, there's some in here. But like with all these weeds, we're working with very little ground here. There's a log right out there. It just looks like this would be a perfect spot for a bass to be sitting. Oh, yep. Oh! Get him through the weeds. He got him in the weed. I got him in the weeds. Dang. Oh, here we go. Whoa, it is the smallest one ever. Okay. Oh, wow. And I don't know what happened here. He pulled away, but then I hooked him through the gut. That's not good. Not exactly sure how that happened. Jeez, I just had one grab it and run off with it, and then I couldn't set the hook. I am such a good fisherman, such a good angler. Oh, I missed him. Dang it. Dang it. That was a decent one too. Dang it. One thing I was thinking about the other day was we always have to be on guard. Even Christians have to be on guard against sin, because as scripture said, the devil is roaming around like a roaring lion waiting for someone to devour. You know, we need to be conscious of that. We need to be conscious of the fact that sin is always crouching at the door, if you will. The devil is seeking to destroy, and it's one of those things where we always want to be aware and we always want to be on the guard, looking for sin in our own lives. You know, we do a really good job of looking for it in other people, but not really in ourselves, and it's kind of a sad testament to where we're at, and kind of what we tend to focus on other people rather than ourselves. But we definitely need to focus on ourselves and sin, and I know I need to focus on myself and sin. Perfect example is right now we got the COVID going on, and we got this controversy about closing church and whether you should, and John MacArthur and Grace Community decided that they were going to take a stand and not close, even though the governor of California had said that they should. And a Christian pastor, another Christian pastor that I respect and I like his teaching, and I think he is a godly man, he wrote a Facebook post where he basically commended John MacArthur and Grace Community, but then he went on to say, but don't think that they were the first ones to do it. Some of us, and he's talking about himself and his church, have never, you know, wielded to the pressure, and we've done this and we've done that, and it just came off as very self-absorbed and very prideful. And I was just, I don't know, like, does he have anybody around him that says, hey man, that just doesn't sound good, and that sounds very prideful, that you would take this time to focus on yourself and what you've done and what your church has done, and you mask it with these statements of there are some of us, when really we all know what you mean. You're saying that you never caved, you never relented, that you guys continued to meet, and we all know what you're saying. So just let's not do that. Be a person, be a pastor especially, that seeks to guard against that pride and guard against sin of all kinds. We need to always be on guard against sin, always on the lookout for sin in our own lives. And if you see sin in your brother's eye, or in your brother's life, you need to you need to first look at the log in your own eye. But there is a time where you can tell a brother or sister, hey man, I've noticed this thing. You might want to be on guard against this. You might want to, check yourself in this, and it's okay to do that. And I've had people do it to me, and it's not really a fun thing, but it's a helpful thing. I've come away from it after I get through that initial embarrassment or shock. I come away, and generally more often than not, they were right, that what they saw in me was a real thing, and I needed to check it. So find people that you can trust, to kind of be accountable to, and always be on the lookout for sin in your life. And then truth be told, if you're not a believer, you can't do anything but sin. And that's just the truth of it. Everything that you do, even quote the good things you do, come from an evil heart and are self-indulged, even if you think they're not. So I would encourage you to seek after God and see what He has to say about those things, about what sin is and what it means for your relationship with the one that created you. Okay, got one. Another small one here, but another one. This one's a smallmouth. Oh, whoa, simmer. I've got more than one of these in the eye. Like, these hook sets are pretty crazy. Ouch. Just hooked myself. Oh yeah, I just got him in the eye. You see that? Dang it. But I've caught many one-eyed bass, so we'll put him back and hopefully he recovers here. Okay, thank you for watching another episode of Kingdom Fishing Adventures. We only had about an hour or so here, and it's starting to get a little bit dark out. Better head home. Starting to thunder and lightning a little bit as well. But I feel like I'm saying the same thing after every video. We had fun, we caught some fish, but nothing real substantial, nothing real big, which is fine. I love the adventure of it. I love just fishing and catching some fish, but I would like to catch some bigger fish. So maybe I'll try here in the upcoming days to go somewhere and try to seek out some bigger fish. But for now, remember to always be on the lookout for sin in your life. Be on the lookout for sin in your brothers and sisters' lives, and if you need to approach one another, do it in love, and do it by examining yourself first. And as always, live in light of the kingdom.